All right. So, very sorry about the sudden interruption. Thought things were going okay. Okay, actually, they were going somewhat okay. I was getting my ass kicked by an enemy. And looks like I'm back to instability from Twitch. So I'm going to take a quick minute to diagnose that. But overall, this stream has come to a crashing halt, and I don't blame people for heading somewhere else. So let's just take a quick look here. I think we should be back. If any of you are still hanging around, and you can give me signs of life in chat, I'd appreciate that. I guess the one bit of good news is I think I got interrupted while saying it, but I was able to reset the computer. So there's that. I'm also going to take a second here and make sure that the... Oh. Just going to tab out for a second. Okay. We should be good. But yeah, so I'll pick up from wherever I left off. It probably most folks didn't see this, but there was just a message that sort of said you are no longer connected, you won't get XP or anything like that. So from there, I'm assuming that I probably saved at some kind of checkpoint. I mean, it wouldn't be terrible to just start from the beginning again, but I'm gonna go with what the game decides. Okay, yes, so we don't need to do the fight with the Marauder again. I definitely need to get better at those. I also need to learn how many hits it takes to take out one of those things. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to go down there. Okay, we'll probably go, we'll play that one at some point. What? Okay. That definitely does not seem like something that should kill you. Oh, I really messed this up. So maybe I'm supposed to try and get up there? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to get headshots with this thing. Didn't give me an award for a headshot though, so... So shameful display against the Marauder, and then a shameful display on the jumping and puzzles. Let's maybe see if we can turn this franchise around. An Archvile. The Archvile is a super heavy demon that can summon buffed demons. Deal enough damage to the Archvile before it finishes summoning to falter it and cancel the summons. Okay, that's not the archvile. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Oh. Okay, I gotta get ammo. I need to get ammo from credible sources. So, I've kind of talked about this a couple of times, but one of the things that seems to be a priority for this one is the exploration. So, it seems a little unnatural to be running around and exploring like this in a Doom game, but it almost always rewards it. I will actually go so far as to say, and I say this in a positive sense, I don't mean this as a backhanded compliment, but the exploration in this game is non-obvious enough to make it like something that you need to spend at least some trivial amount of time working on. But it isn't, like, it's not so taxing a moron like me can't do it. I rather like the balance that it's gotten on these things. So, like, for instance, here it's kind of presenting you with, you know, goodies, right? So I can get a bit of an idea. I probably should have set them on fire. I can get a bit of an idea. Okay, at some point I'm going to want to go up here and break that chain, and something's going to smash down below there, and that's going to be the big piñata that I can get stuff from. But it's not immediately clear how I... Ah... Oh, come on. Yeah. So this is probably gonna suck. Oh. This is gonna take forever. Yeah, man, I gotta take this thing out in like 30 seconds. I have no idea how I'm supposed to do this. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea how I'm supposed to take out an enemy like that in the... Unless I've got the BF... Okay. Feels like a cheat, but... Well, that's no good. Kill one zombie with a direct BFG shot. Okay, so it's got an award for the idiocy I just did there. I'll take it. I definitely need to start using the chainsaw on things, but... Mastery tokens. Mastery tokens allow you to bypass active weapon mastery challenges and instantly activate weapon masteries. Use mastery tokens on active weapon mastery challenges in the Arsenal tab of the dossier. Not that critical for me, if I'm perfectly honest. But for all that work, like, I was looking for something kind of special. I have not yet actually found the thing I was looking for. Swimming when underwater, dashing is the only way to destroy breakables. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to drain this at some point, I think. Okay, funny thing is, that wasn't ultimately what I was looking for. Alright, so there's no crouch. Hey, Pinky. Okay, headbutting Pinky is not maybe the smartest move I've made, but... it did the trick. So the only thing I'm not clear on out of all of this is if this was all the loot I could pick up. Because it seems to me like I still haven't done the smash the weight from up top. Excuse me. The History of the Sentinels, Part 10, translation from the Ligra Saltagenta, Book of Kings. With the coming of the Slayer, the Night Sentinels took the campaign deeper into the heartland of the demons than ever before. Mighty Atlans were brought forth, tearing paths through the hordes of hell alongside the Slayer and his army. The high priests, under the guidance of the Mother God, had found means to gain entry to the innermost regions of the demon world, and with the Deeg's presence, new gates could be opened. 1 second, please. Sorry. Our war machines were unstoppable, wrought with our Makyr technology, enhanced by the very essence our enemies hurled against us as our armies drove deeper and deeper into the blood-drenched territory of the demons. Countless victories were assured with the power of the Slayer, for with the Alpha Interfector at the fore of our pack, we brought certain doom to our foes. And though our hearts were pure and our purpose righteous, unbeknownst to the fighters of the Argenta, in our wake and under the veil of secrecy, the Mother God had set her priests to build vast factories upon the heathen's land, that she might gather the essence for further development. How this deception began, we would not know, for our focus remained on the hordes of the underworld. Why then would we stoop so low as to consider our mother god of betraying our covenant? The Khan Makyr did not seem at ease with the unforeseen rise of our slayer, and the seraphim who had birthed the destroyer in secret soon vanished from Urdak, perhaps exiled for his heresy. Our legions rose unfettered under the unquenchable rage of the Doomslayer, and his design led the Khan Makyr to find profit in his endorsement. It soon became known that the Slayer was the Makyr's god machine, a holy relic reborn, sent to bring the Makyr's word to the wicked and to smite those who would seek to harm all who followed the path of Urdak. With the Slayer unwittingly cleaving a path for her, the Mother God siphoned the essence, processing it beyond our knowledge into the fuel that would become to known as Argent Energy. The Slayer cared not for polity. He took no interest in the workings of our people, but set his task only on his desire, the destruction of the demons and their world. He had no longer spoke for reasons unknown, though it was understood that he still possessed the ability, offering only guttural hefts of anger as he inflicted pain upon his enemies. For years he marched with the Night Sentinels through the fires of the demon lands, and every return to our home world found much changed in Argent Dinur. Should any blame be apportioned to the Sentinels, it is this. In our fervor we were negligent of our people, and did not see the rising tide of evil our crusade empowered. We knew only that the enemy laid before us, and the wealth of Argenta at our backs, and did not pause to seek the cost and method of this progress. Sorry, it's a long passage. I am going to finish my coffee, and then we will be back to the game. Okay. So, the question I have now is, presumably if I go up the stairs, that's where the game wants me to go. But I did kind of want to resolve that other mystery. So, I'm going to take a minute to go back down here. Assuming that's the same down there? Yeah. Oh, now that's going to be interesting if I can't actually... No, that's got to be why this is down here. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so yes, we've cleared this out. There's something here, which comes from dropping something up there. And it might be as simple... Oh, hang on. Nope. But I do wonder if this is just a question of... Okay, so... There's something I'm missing from the equation here. There's a place for me to... There's a place for me to hang as a... Like, using my... whatever, my climbing ability. But this room, at first glance, at least seems like it's closed off. I can't shoot the chain. This is the thing that I'm trying to get. And presumably if I can't shoot the gate above, I can't do it below either. So the only other thing I could imagine is I have to somehow come from on top. But that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, does it? Okay, so I'm gonna just take a quick minute to scuttle around. Okay. So everything back there seems to have been handled. What I suspect is more likely is that one of these statues, like there's basically one of those green switches somewhere in here that I haven't seen yet. That would strike me as the most likely. Okay, so I've looked behind this guy. Seems to me like I haven't looked behind this one. So we kick this thing out of the way. That doesn't seem to be an option for this one. But I'll entertain the possibility all the same. Yeah, so... I don't think that was a bad hypothesis, but it's not... There we go. This game is for smart people. Okay, seems like I gotta do that. Now we can go underneath. So, for those of you who like action, sorry for that. We're good to go now. No, we're not. Alright, sorry, I'm incorrigible on these exploration things. Yeah, there's definitely something there. Now that's interesting. That's not quite how I was expecting that to go. Okay, so we definitely pushed the button. Normally that opens something. Oh, hang on, I don't think that was doing the flashy thing before, was it? There we go.
We must move. Quickly. There are those who would seek to stop this. I offer you a gift. Take it. It will give you strength. Help you on your journey. And now,
The Divinity Machine. Vega data entry. Within the infinite conscious matrix of the all-seeing Maker God mind, there exists every potentiality, every predictive variable of possible future timeline, each one known to the Maker Collective with omniscient, inextricable clarity. The God mind surveys these timelines, watching them form and expand exponentially like fractal patterns in the fabric of existence. Among these infinite possibilities, only one constant appears among them, unchanged by the flowing data of endless variability, that of the prophesied destroyer, the one who would bring about the destruction of the Makers. That's me. I'm the main character. Huh, fun. So I'm a little curious. Does this just like punish me for doing the... Yes, it's probably going to make me want to find a way out of here, but that wasn't so bad. So I think this is where I came from. Yep. As always, I value exploration. It is nice to have another one-up back after the poor performance with the Marauder, but where I can, I'd prefer to just not die. Okay, so ideally I'll find the Empowered Demon before too long, but I have... Someone's on my favorite person list right now. Oh God! Why can't I... Oh. Okay, something caught me in a bad place. And I do not have a blood punch right now. Oh, this is bad. Wow. I'm dead in a bit. So I want to be kind of gentle on the painful one. Hey, Elminster, how you doing? Okay, I think I'm gonna be forced to... Yeah, would have been nice to get a kill on the... Oh, you're kidding me. I needed that health. Ah. So I blew the BFG for no reason. All right, well, we can try it again. Oh no! I deserve that one. Out of ammo? That's inappropriate. Ridiculous. Alright. That gets me some progress. That takes away all the progress. Let's get some fire. Alley-oop. Yeah, it really wants me to use the BFG, it seems. Alright, that's one glory kill down. Oh, Jesus. Get away. Okay, fighting chance now, but just barely. No! Okay, I gotta find a way to hit the armor on that guy. Not this guy, but... Ooh, not good. In fact, I'm thinking maybe the kill the armor approach is something I should abandon. Okay, so I don't have a blood punch, so my best option right now is just to kind of go hard on the guy. Okay, sloppy, but did the trick. Okay, so I'm assuming that's related to what I'm supposed to do in the middle here, but maybe not. Oh, you know what? There's probably a second one of those. Before I go any further... Okay, clearly there's something... Oh, no. There it is. I'll take it. Whee! The question always is, why am I going into this? But okay. Aha! Okay, so I'm gonna have to drain this before before I can shoot. I think I'm getting a little more... I mean, maybe it's Stockholm Syndrome, but I think I'm getting a little more accustomed to sort of the exploration and more puzzly elements of this. It's still, I'll confess, it is still a little strange, but I've kind of felt this the whole way through. Like, it's not a bad strange, it's just an unexpected strange. So the only catch here is this does kind of feel like a point of no return. So if I wanted to do any other exploration up there, I don't know if I can get back. But never say never. Oh yeah. All right, I'll take it. I wonder if it goes. No. Now it does look like it doesn't want me to go any further than that spot here. Like there doesn't seem to be anything to grab onto in these higher levels. I think this is... Oh. So this is good because I didn't even realize there was a Slayer challenge here. I would have completely walked by it. Alright, I think I'm going to enjoy this. Alright, I better take this guy out fast. Oh, not good. Okay. So, took my eye off the arch vial, which is going to be a problem. Not great. Okay, if I can get another fire, that would be nice. I really need to find the arch vial, otherwise I'm gonna be drowning in demons. Also, I need to blow up that tail. Okay, good there. Ole! Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, just in time for the health. I really can't afford to... Oh, no! I really can't afford to die in this. Okay, that wasn't good. Oh, did I... Okay, again, much needed health. Now I noticed that that didn't count for my Painbringer tally. Or Pain Elemental, or whatever they're called. So I'm gonna have to try and find another angle to hit the next one on. Okay, unfortunately I think I just blew the fire on that one, but we'll do our best. They don't have the fuel. You'll do. I saw something. Also, I should be taking advantage of my freezing. Okay, these people were born for freezing. I'm probably going to do some rockets, though, just because they tend to be sneaky. Oh, the lovely armor. Alright, I like that attack. God, you one of you. I'll take it. Whoa! Alright. I just need a breather to catch one of these guys. There we go. Ah, damn it, I just lost all the health there. Okay. Let's go back. You know what I'm wondering? Okay, that was a stupid idea. Alright, I think it's just clean up at this point. Think that's it? Alright, not exactly easy, but we didn't die. Honestly, my ammo's not that bad either. Okay, something terrible is behind me. Really got to get the empowered one down. So the other problem is... Oop. There we go. I'm trapped in a corner, there's only one option. Kill it. Okay, so there's clearly an archvile somewhere. I just can't see it because... Oh, good lord. I'm trying to avoid using the arrow. I have to be meaner about this. Okay, I gotta get health. I think I need to use the health pack I left just for this eventuality. Hoping to get a chainsaw. There we go. There we go. And I didn't die. I'm a little suspicious of this, though. So usually these things don't show up just for the sake of looking cool. There's obviously something back there. It can't be as easy as this. It is definitely not as easy as that. Well... So, it'd be kind of weird if I had to sort of vault. The other problem with this one is it's not entirely clear what I get for doing... Oh. Sometimes I overthink it. Ah, nice. Ah, damn it. Oh, there's no way I'm getting this done in time. I should conserve ammo. Okay, well, yeah, hopefully I don't die doing this, but... Alright, that's not gonna be easy. I am gonna see if I can get some health before I try that again. This... I think wasting a BFG would be a real shame. I think I can make this work. So I'm going to set everything on fire first. Okay, so... Okay, not great, but... Oh. Alright, let's put a brave face on this and see if we can... Ooh! Okay, I deserve that. I am actually going to try and get this gore nest because I think, to be honest, I do actually need to think about how I handle marauders. It's not something I've learned to do, and I think running from it is not an acceptable strategy because almost certainly at the end of the game they're going to start throwing those at me. So we've already done a pretty poor job of managing... Wait a minute. Yeah, we've done a pretty poor job of managing it so far. I should have switched. Okay. Okay, that was super dumb on my part. Yeah, that was not so good. But I'm more or less going to try the the approach that I just did. So I think the shotgun's a good default to work with. What is the other one that I want on this guy? I think it really does need to be sort of maximum single damage, so switching between the I can't even remember what this, I think it's called the ballista, and the shotgun seems the right approach. Okay, so this isn't a good start just because of all the time I'm wasting. But we'll make do. Okay, so that sucked. I don't quite know what I did wrong there, but... I think this is already a lost cause, so let's just get the ammo. Let's try not to lose too much more in terms of the encounter, and then we'll double back for the next. So, a theoretically smart move is to chainsaw down the ads at the start and just focus on the Marauder. So I did waste some time on that, but... Okay, not great. Okay, I'm pretty sure I hit him when he went green, but... Nice. Almost killed myself doing it, but we got through. We don't have to do that again.
If the crucible blade is removed, the Titan will rise again.
History of the Sentinels, Part 11, translation from the Ligra Soltagenta, Book of Kings. Yet as the Slayer and the Night Sentinels battled the demonic host, their failure to act outside the confines of their duty allowed the rancor of the Essence to grip the Argenta. It was on a mission deep within the boiling seas of the Netherrealm, where the Order of the Six reside, that a company of Night Sentinels learned of the Khan Maker's true dealings with the callous beasts. By Makyr design, it was kept secret from the Sentinels and Argent people alike that the essence we had grown so reliant on during this war was comprised of the very spirit of our brothers and sisters who'd fallen to these vile creatures. The truth had been uncovered, that all beings who found their end by the demonic horde would become a vassal of the hellscape, their flesh in time twisted into the very demons we fight, their souls extracted to create the essence that powers their world and ours. The victims were the enemy, and the enemy would become us. The soldiers stood in awe at the base of a factory dedicated to such action, a place where the bodies of the slain were sorted and processed, tortured for the mill to have their souls extracted through sinister magic. Enormous vats of pain and suffering, ethereal energy, the haunting sounds of lost souls awash in an eternity of servitude, transformed into energy to power our struggle against the dark realm and its malice. But worse than this grim reality was the discovery of the machinery which was used to enact the vile process our fallen had been subjected to, for it was not by hoof and claw that this blasphemous technology had come to pass, but by the hand of the Argenta, guided by the Mother God's desires. We had fallen deep within the grasp of the enemy. What we had fought against would not reveal itself to be true, as without countenance we could hold no sway over the Argenta populace. Regardless, the honor of the Night Sentinels would have to hold up to the verity of these claims, and the Mother God could be our divinity no more. In secret corridors and clandestine conference, the Night Sentinels would find those among them who were similarly distrusted the essence and had foretold the swelling corruption. Once the truth could be shared, the skeptics became members of the Sentinel insurrection, and the breach between holy and unholy Argenta began to grow. Now, it'd be nice if I had more health before what I'm going to assume is a big fight. But... Nope. Sorry, buddy. I figure I'll take a minute to... So I think I started to say this before, but I didn't finish on. The one drawback of the sort of search for secrets thing is that it really does... It's like doing dialogue in a... in an RPG. Like, sometimes you just want to go through the whole dialogue tree, even if you know there's not that much that you're interested in. Again, every scrap of health is going to help at this point, so... I can handle waiting for the fuel. Okay.
Your vault should contain what you need.
Ooh, what's going on here? Oh god. Alright. You really don't want to stand still in this game, I've learned. Alright, fair enough. It would be kind of nice if stuff just stopped when you did glory kills, because obviously there are definitely cases when glory kills become a liability. Okay, there's no way I'm going to be able to catch up with that. Nope. I was wrong. Okay, this is going to suck. Got what I want. At this point, I just want something to flame and chainsaw. I don't think I successfully flamed it, though. Okay. Oh, not another one of these guys. Okay, we're gonna do the trick like last time. Yeah, I'm too late on some of these, but... Ah. I'm kind of annoyed about how that went, because I was definitely trying to switch weapons. And now I'm in actually quite a tight spot. I need the help. Okay, that gives me a little something more to work with. too slow. Okay. I am glad this one's not timed. Okay. Doesn't even give that much health. I just kind of need any at this point. That took way too long, but we're done. I will confess, like, that's not a terrible enemy. I kind of prefer it as like a mini boss than a regular enemy, just because I do find it takes so long to take them on.
Has fallen. Divided, the demonic energy flows now to the south. And the society you once knew has been replaced by a corrupted world under Makyr rule. It did not need to end this way.
But yeah, so it's like you don't always get a chance to go after something with such a unique set of... Oh boy. Okay. Gotta focus on some priorities here. Okay, that's gotta be number 2, yeah. Oof. Okay, let's set the pinky on fire. Oh boy, that's no good. So if I can... Ooh. I really need to find something to latch onto and farm for health. Olé! That was worth a try. All right, bring it. Now I can do the whole Olay thing. I believe that's it. All right, so not terrible. So clearly I'm going to want to bash in through there. I guess the only real question is there anything else in this area I want to get before I commit to the big jump? Looks like a no. So I'm not exactly eager to go after another Pain Elemental, but it would be nice to get the achievement. Well... That's got to be the achievement. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Shadow Pinky is no good. Oh god. I need to kill something fast. Not those. I don't have a shotgun. Okay, that sucks. I don't even know where I am anymore. Yeah, that's... Oh, I forgot I had a 1-up. That sucks that I lost that. I can't even get back up. It's still here somewhere. Unless I'm being paranoid. No, I keep missing this. Okay. Cacodemon first. That is extremely weird. I think this is the very first time I've beaten an encounter with the empowered one last, but there you have it. Although the music says that there's still a fight going on. Well, that's that. So I'm assuming this is where I'm supposed to go, but this is the first chance I've gotten to actually look around. It looks like it's a big circle, so... This would have been where I came from. Ooh. All right, History of the Sentinels translation from the Ligra Saltagenta Book of Kings. The true... Oh, sorry, just give me 1 second, please. All right, translation from the Ligra Saltagenta Book of Kings. The truth could not be denied. The unholy spires raised in the barren lands functioned by blessing of Makyr machinery. The Khan had betrayed Argent Dunur and had made concert with the demons to harvest their essence, in return granting them access to all the worlds under her influence. A symbiotic relationship had formed, and darkness now had to be balanced by a light. For where there was heaven, so there would be a hell. The followers would be granted passage to Urdak, and the sinners would fall into the fiery pits of the Dark Realm. This world would be spread from all cultures in all worlds and in all places. We were not without blame, for it was our people, the priests and the sentinel engineers, who'd laid the work in place. Argenta's slaves had built the dark factories, and our own ancient wraith energy helped purify Hell's elixir into the miracle fuel that now powered the Maker's world and our own. The Night Sentinels spoke of the evil brought by the essence and carried their word to all who would listen. We had helped to create this new dichotomy, so it must be for the Argenta to stop the spread of this pestilence, the new phase of existence, the dark and the light. If not for us, then for the innocent, whose worlds have yet to fall under the spell of the Maker God and her unseen allies in the Hell dimension. Even when the Night Sentinels returned from the demonic realm with tales of slave factories that damned the souls of the innocent, the indoctrinated masses of Argent Dunur took no quarrel with the Makers. They were indebted to the demon essence, the ministers deliberating but finding no basis for change. The messengers were cast down for daring to speak against those who have gifted us so much, our gods. The Makers, in their infinite wisdom, would see fit that the faithful continue life anew in Urdak. They feared the wrath of the Mother God. A lifetime of servitude would not be undone by this insurrection. This was simply another trial, a test of faith to identify those who were truly worthy to experience life eternal in Urdak. The Argenta would not waver in their resolve. The Night Sentinels prepared for war once again, though this battle meant drawing the blood of their own brothers. Our army had seen the work of the demons firsthand and knew its evil. They had returned to the way of the wraiths, and though their armament was diminished without the essence, it remained pure and righteous. A division amongst the Argenta had occurred, one side standing in opposition to the doctrine of the Makyrs, the other locked in belief. The Ascended Empire was comprised of the faithful and the misled, wielding the desecrated energies of hell, the power of the Makyrs, and marauders who had sided with the Khan. The Night Sentinels were bolstered by the free people of Argenta and the mightiest of all killers, the Slayer himself. Plans and tactics were drawn. The Sentinels would close the Argent factories in Necroval, that which fed the world of Urdak directly with its supply of fresh essence. They would stop the flow. The slumbering race would wake from their sleep and give Argent and Ur courage. The really funny thing about this one is the more I read this, the more I think about Amnesia Rebirth, and the more I kind of preferred the Amnesia Rebirth story. So I think I'm still going to do... So the reason why I want to do Armor for Blood here is so that I can get the higher level of ammo. That'll, of course, mean that we move on to armor next. But I think in this case, having a nice big ammo reserve to draw from is just what the doctor ordered. So, yes, I'm supposed to go here, but this is always, seeing something like this always seems like an opportunity to try something. So I'm going to guess we need to go forward, but this definitely seems like a one-way trip until we... Our faith was rewarded. How are we doing on the challenges, incidentally? So there's one more page. You can really tell these are the people who wound up making the Indiana Jones game. I actually wonder if I can run that. Okay, so presumably I need to find something that will make these lights either intersect or turn to the... Can't do anything simply in this world. I hate you. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Need to stop being a big baby. I think this is the last of the pages I need. History of the Sentinels, Part 13. Translation from the Ligra Soltagenta, Book of Kings. For years the civil war raged and took its toll on the soldiers as their armor lay stained with the blood of their brothers on a cursed battlefield. Finally, an opportunity to end the war had been discovered by the Order Dig and the Night Sentinels. With the Slayer at the head of their army, they gathered to traverse through the gate and sunder Necroval, the city of the dead. The Order of the Dig, the high priests who had pledged their allegiance long ago to the Night Sentinels, worked in service of our mission. Those holy priests who had served the Argenta since time immemorial assured us that the way was clear. A plan was set to march into the accursed walls of Necroval and smite the factory, cutting off the flow of essence to Urdak and denying the Khan Maker of her prize. Our forces took spear in hand and advanced, and it was there that the venom of treachery struck. Upon entry through the Hell Portal, the Night Sentinels were scattered to the winds of unplanned chaos. Our warriors were separated, our ranks split as the gates twisted and hurled them across the unholy realm. Some of our warriors appeared near to the gates they had walked before, but found that the vile priests had barred their way back. Then the trap was sprung, and each lone Argenta found himself set upon by bloodthirsty multitudes of demonic beasts. Let it be known that it was not the priests alone who failed the northern armies, but one of the Sentinel's own. Hell found his weakness and exploited it to the demise of Argent D'Nur. But if not for the betrayer's stroke of madness, the Wraith's power would still be our own, and the Sentinel flag would still rise above Argent D'Nur to this day. I am assuming that is the character that I met previously. All right, so it's telling me to go there, but as always, we explore before we do what we're told. All right. No options. Oh, I gotta do that myself, probably. That's never a good sign. So I am assuming all hell's going to break loose as soon as I hit that ball, so without taking the... Actually, I don't need to worry because I've already got the 150. All right. The fun thing about this one is, like, it seems like there's only one place that you can... Oh, not even. How the hell am I supposed to do this? But yeah, that looks like a really specific place to put me. Which, of course, is perfect for placing baddies. Okay, so that probably is where I go and hit the target. Assuming I can ever get back up again. Okay, you know what? There we go. Yeah, so if I just walk up on this stuff, that's fine. And I can maybe... Okay, I don't think I can get up on the horn. Yeah, so this seems like the most likely candidate. But that's currently closed off to me. So presumably here, I need to be looking for another one of those green buttons. It's funny, I thought I gave the place kind of the once over in terms of where I was supposed to look. Oh, that's... Aha. Alright. That makes a little more sense. You're not going to make this easy, are you? Alley-oop. Okay, now I'm really just wondering when all the demons show up. wants me to go down, but as always, we explore. Okay, I think this is where I came from. Okay. So I guess that's an encouraging start. Oh, right. So that... Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna head back down there because I feel like they're... Like, it's really telling there's something on the ground there, right? But I guess I'm probably going to have to drain the room before we get that. I haven't seen that one before. Ah, the shadow pinkies are the worst. Oh, that sucks. Okay, now I can... That sucks that I had to give up a recharge on that. If you can just give me one quick second here. Alright, it feels like the performance just tanked. I think that's my fault, too. Yep, and now it's back again. So again, there's the places it tells me to go, then there's the places I want to go. Okay, so I can grab something there. Not sure if it was entirely necessary to get a second one, but oh. Okay, so that didn't exactly require a lot of sophistication. Now I am intrigued by these. So I gotta bash off his armor. Don't even care if I run out of rockets. It's the right thing to do. This is not the right thing to do anymore. Can I even make that on time? That's not... Alright, I'll take it. I really want... Okay, part 14. Oh, the last one. Translation from the Ligra Saltagenta, Book of Kings. Scattered in hell, abandoned by their clergy and reinforcements, the Sentinels prove their worth in what would be their final war with the forces of all evil. Unrelenting power in the face of certain death, the Sentinels crushed hundreds of demons and skewered titans. When their atlas held no more fuel, the Sentinels took to the ground and fought the swarms on land. All of hell knew of the betrayal, for it was without question the Makyrs and the priests had sowed the seeds of deceit long before the brave warriors passed through the gate. What hell saw that day was the beating heart of the free people of Argent D'Nur. They did not flinch in the face of their own certain death. They died as they lived, with sword and shield in hand. Urdok, too low a place to house such giants, theirs would be the fate of warrior gods, remembered for all time. Lord Sash, the stalwart banner sergeant, was found with his war standard pierced through the throat of a great beast, his body surrounded by the corpses of enemies. Roan the Mighty, the light faded from his eyes, had eviscerated such a multitude that their entrails clung to the black rocks like vines. Gore, relentless until the end, had broken his blade on the backs of his foes, and by the time he fell he had slain another 200 with his hands alone. The priests believe the Sentinels all slain, but we are Argenta, born to overcome. Rumors deemed heretical by the Order Dig persist and claim that the Slayer himself still rages in the unholy realm. None who live can know, for the future of Argent D'Nur has been bent and twisted by the perverted vision of the Essence Drinkers. Never again will the light of the Wraiths illuminate our world. All has fallen. If the Slayer does live, let him carry our vengeance forward. If he persists, let him wreak violence on those who have wronged us. May the blood of his sword never dry. May his war never end until the guilty have been punished. And may this evil never again spread its shadow over another world. All right. I think... All right, well, there's another mastery token. Again, we investigate before we move forward. Feels like we're near the end, but I do see a full pip and a partial. By the power of Grayskull?
I'm sure you'll want to try out your weapon first before we leave.
I will confess, I actually quite like salty Samuel Hayden. Crucible. The Crucible is a melee weapon of extraordinary power. Press V to unsheath, then press left to cleave demons. Each demon costs 1 pip. Replenish the Crucible's energy with Crucible pickups found in the world. Alright, so we're allowed to do that on everything. Hey! I need my pips. Okay, so I maybe went a little too nuts with with the new toy. This one feels justified. Oh, but that's not a single, that is not a single hit on that guy. Okay, you know what? Ah! I wanted to use the BFG. Okay, I'll take it. It is very fun to take tough enemies like that and deal with them in one hit. That one was personal. Alright, that was stupid of me, but... not quite what I had in mind, but you know what? I'll take it. Whatever it is that's hitting... Oh, okay. So now I'm being too conservative with the big sword. But we don't know what's coming up, so... Well, I've got some leftovers here. Okay, I'm slightly intrigued by the fact that we don't have the full pip yet. So, what do we got? I thought I did the other secret combat encounter. I don't know. All right, so, I will confess I'm not 100% sure whether I should move ahead or not, because it has been a while since I started. So I've been going for about 2 hours once I account for the drop. Normally I do like Ace Attorney, or I could even try going a little bit further in the game, but I'm almost kind of wondering at this point if it would be better for me to call it for tonight. Because I don't know, like, I don't like, you know, finishing off with a huff and be like, oh, nobody's watching, so I'm moving on. But it actually kind of feels like it may not be a bad idea to close off. And I will confess, I'm actually really annoyed when I see motion blur no and somebody leaving. It's like, okay, I'm sorry you disapprove of motion blur, but I cannot make the settings available for everyone. Like, there is no set of settings that is going to make everyone happy. So yeah, if that's kind of the only thing I'm going to see inside chat, and I've just been staring at it for like the past half an hour, that does make me kind of feel like I want to wrap it up, because I'm only going to get more mad about that. But that's a really negative way to end on, so I'm sorry about that. But I do know, I don't know, there are a couple people in here still, so I could ask, like, are you enjoying it? Would you like to see more? Because I don't mind doing a bit more, but if everybody's okay with maybe an earlier end tonight, I can just have a proper bedtime and finish for tonight. What I will do is look at all the goodies I just got. So one thing I'm slightly disappointed by is the Sentinel battery that I didn't pick up. Okay. So, thank you very for hanging out. I know it was a bit of a smaller stream today, but I also did have technical problems. I will be back on Friday for... I'll be back on Friday for... sorry, words fail me. For Cyberpunk. And then, just as a reminder in terms of the plans for the week, so I would like to... As an overall plan, I believe... Yeah, so Friday, Cyberpunk. Monday and Wednesday of next week should be Doom. Friday, back to Cyberpunk. And then in the third week, it gets a little weird. So Monday will be Doom again. But I believe the 16th... I need to double check because there's going to be one local game dev meetup where the... actually, sorry, I should probably at least bring the game up here. There's going to be at least one... there's going to be one meetup which is moved by a day, so I won't have to give up a stream for that. I will find that out and update accordingly. But assuming that the local meetup is on the 16th, the 18th is Good Friday, and the 21st is Easter Monday. So that will probably mean sort of 3 streams in a row if I take those holidays off, and I'm usually inclined to do so during the... it's just kind of a way I can keep fresh and not feel like I'm working every single day. So that's the rough plan. No interruptions next week, but the week following will be where things get a little crazy on the schedule. And I will appreciate your patience as I work through all that. Now, before I lose any more of you, I am going to host Vesper Fortune. He is playing Cult of the Lamb. Apparently... Oh, Tortune, no. He's currently playing Cult of the Lamb. He's a big supporter of the stream. He's actually the one who gave me a gifted Ace Attorney, so he's the reason why we've been doing this occasionally. And he is a very friendly gentleman. I found him originally through Book of Hours and Cultist Simulator. I think I actually hosted him because he was doing Cultist Simulator. But yeah, I think he does. I have not seen him play Cult of the Lamb, but I think he tends to play that game a type of game quite well. I believe he also does Japanese lessons on Sundays and has occasionally done sort of video essays or history lessons. So I know he did one on the Satanic Panic, which I thought was kind of interesting. Anyways, I am going to leave you all to Vesper's talents. I hope you all have a good evening, and I will see you on Friday for Cyberpunk or Monday for more Doom. Till then, take care.